When Oliver arrived at the shelter, everyone noticed him immediately. It wasn't just because he was big, though he was very big, or because his fur was the warmest shade of orange, like late afternoon sunlight. It was because Oliver had a way of flopping down dramatically in the middle of his cage, rolling onto his back, and sticking his paws through the bars as if to say, "Well? Aren't you going to admire me?" The tag on his cage said Senior Cat. Oliver did not agree with this assessment. He chirped at volunteers, head-butted hands that came too close, and occasionally forgot he was no longer a kitten and attempted small, unnecessary jumps. He was goofy, he was affectionate, and despite his age, his eyes sparkled with curiosity and joy. Still, people passed him by. Until one quiet family stopped, laughed, and said, "Oh wow. This one has personality." Oliver rolled over immediately. A home that let him decide Oliver's new home felt right from the start. There were rugs to slide on, furniture perfect for dramatic flops, and a back door that opened onto a safe little garden. The family didn't believe in rules like inside only or outside only. They believed in trust. "This door stays open," they told Oliver. "You come and go as you please." Oliver tested this rule immediately. He walked outside, sniffed a leaf, startled himself by stepping on a twig, then ran back inside at full speed like he just barely survived an epic adventure. The family laughed. Oliver skidded across the floor, slid into a wall, and pretended it was on purpose. He loved this place already. The silliest guardian of the garden, Oliver treated the garden like a playground. He chased bugs that had absolutely no idea what was happening. He rolled in the grass with complete abandon. Sometimes, he sat very still, staring intensely at nothing at all, before suddenly attacking an imaginary enemy. Despite his antics, he never went far. He liked knowing the door was there, open, waiting, welcoming him back inside whenever he wanted. Neighbors soon learned his routine. "This is Oliver," the family would say. "He's just being Oliver." And Oliver would respond by flopping over for belly rubs from strangers like he'd known them forever. The box that changed everything. One afternoon, Oliver noticed something unusual. A box. Not a normal box, a moving box. It made tiny squeaky noises. Oliver approached cautiously, tail puffed, ears forward. The box opened, and out tumbled 3 kittens, round, clumsy, and meowing like squeaky toys. Oliver froze. Then one kitten immediately tackled his tail. Oliver looked down, deeply offended. He looked up at the family. Then, because Oliver was Oliver, he gently tapped the kitten on the head, rolled onto his side, and began purring. A goofy teacher with a big heart, Oliver took his new role very seriously. He taught the kittens how to play, but also how to stop playing and nap instantly, no matter where you were. He demonstrated advanced techniques like rolling dramatically off furniture and how to pretend you meant to miss that jump. The kittens worshipped him. They climbed over his enormous orange body like he was a jungle gym. They chewed his ears. They hid under his belly. Oliver tolerated it all with saintly patience, though occasionally he'd stand up suddenly just to watch them tumble over in confusion. At night, the family would find all 3 kittens sleeping on top of Oliver, who lay sprawled out like a furry orange pillow, one paw twitching in his sleep. He purred loudly, constantly. Inside, outside, together Oliver showed the kittens the door. Not by pushing them out, but by walking through it himself, tail held high, looking back as if to say, "Well?" The kittens followed. Outside was exciting, inside was cozy. Oliver taught them that you could love both, and that home wasn't about walls, it was about where you felt safe enough to be silly. When the kittens got scared, Oliver distracted them by doing something ridiculous. When they were tired, he let them curl up against his warm, solid body. He was playful. He was patient. He was exactly what they needed. Goodbyes and new beginnings. As time passed, the kittens grew bigger and bolder. One by one, they left for forever homes. Oliver watched each goodbye with quiet understanding. After each kitten left, He wandered the house, checked the garden, then returned to the family for extra cuddles, as if to say, "It's okay. We did our job." He never stopped being goofy. He still chased dust motes. He still forgot his size. He still rolled onto his back at the worst possible moments. But he also seemed proud. The cat who belonged everywhere. Oliver grew older, slower, softer. He spent more time inside now, stretched out in sunbeams, snoring gently. The door stayed open, but he no longer felt the need to check it as often. He had already explored enough. Sometimes, on warm afternoons, he'd step outside, sit in the doorway, half in, half out, and watch the world with contentment in his eyes. The family often said, "He chose us," but really, Oliver had chosen life, in all its warmth, silliness, and love. And in a home where the door was always open, a big orange rescue cat had found the perfect place to be exactly who he was.